She's stronger than anyone in that market could ever imagine. Sonia, let's go for now. Let's go. Bimpe replied. Just as they were about to take a step forward, Sonia felt a hand on her shoulder. It was as if the energy in her had been sapped away by the experience she had with Aunty Aduke. She froze and instantly she slumped and died on the spot. It was like a dream. Sonia, Pimpe's voice was soft. What is it? You are scaring me. She got no response and then she realized Sonia was gone. No! Sonia! Sonia! Bimpe burst out in tears. In a twinkle of an eye, the market people had gathered around them, some asking questions, others looked and walked away. It was a sunny afternoon in Lagos. The streets bustling with life as market sellers called out to pedestrians, their voices blending into the chorus of the city. Aunty Aduke stood in front of her small shop advertising her clothes to passers-by. Her fingers grazed the clothes hanging on a wire rack, each piece telling its own silent story. The clothes weren't new, but they looked like it. Well-worn Okrika, the name for used clothing, carefully selected to look fresh again. Aunty Aduke knew how to clean them, but the way she did it wasn't as innocent as it seemed. It wasn't just washing and ironing. She had a secret tied to the very people whose clothes she sold, a secret that no one had ever dared to question. Look at this shirt, Bimpe, Sonia said, her voice a little too loud as she pointed to a few bright-colored clothes on a nearby rack. They look so fresh, almost like they have never been worn. Are you sure they are second-hand? Aunty Aduke didn't turn around, but she felt the question hang in the air. The shop was small, but the rumor about it were growing. People had begun to wonder where she got these clothes. No one asked her directly, but everyone knew something was off. Trust me, the clothes that look new are the best. You'll be surprised what a little attention can do. Aunty Aduke said, her voice calm and soothing. There was something strange in the way she said it. Sonia glanced at Bimpe, who looked like she wanted to ask more but didn't. No one ever asked too much of Aunty Aduke, not since the rumor started spreading. Collins, a young man who had been standing by a rack of jackets, suddenly spoke up. How much for that red jacket? His voice sounded distracted. Are you buying or you are just wasting my time? Aunty Aduke snapped, her eyes narrowing. Collins flinched, then quickly nodded. I will take it. Sonia watched Collins as he tried to wear the jacket. There was something about Aunty Aduke's shop that had always made her feel uneasy. Sonia had been a regular customer for months, buying clothes for her husband, herself, and her children. The clothes were good quality, but there was something that didn't sit right with her. They never faded. No matter how much times they were worn, they always looked fresh. She was more skeptical. She spoke again, facing Bimpe. Have you ever wondered where she gets all these clothes from? It's just a shop. Ha, Sonia, you think too much. Bimpe shrugged. But Sonia wasn't convinced. She had heard the whispers and stories from the older women in the market who had been around longer. They said that Aunty Aduke wasn't just selling clothes. She was selling something much darker, something that no one wanted to talk about. Days passed, but the rumors about Aunty Aduke's shop only grew louder. Sonia, despite her attempts to ignore them, couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. She had bought countless clothes from Aunty Aduke, never once questioning their origin. But now, every time she picked up an item, she felt a chill run down her spine. One afternoon, Bimpe dragged Sonia into the shop again. They were both looking for clothes for their children. But Sonia wasn't sure if she could even look at the clothes the same way anymore. Aunty Aduke was busy sorting through a pile of clothes in the back, her hands moving quickly as she folded and stacked, barely looking up. "Have you heard the latest?" Sonia whispered, her voice low, her eyes scanning the shop like she was avoiding someone to overhear. "They say she doesn't just sell second-hand clothes. Some people think she uses the clothes for something else, like a ritual." "What do you mean?" Bimpe shot her a nervous look, her heart racing. "I'm telling you," Sonia continued, glancing toward the back of the shop to make sure Aunty Aduke wasn't listening. "I overheard two women talking the other day. They said Aunty Aduke does something to the clothes before she sells them. They look like they've never been worn, like they are new. But the truth is..." "What truth?" Bimpe's curiosity, now mixed with fear, got the best of her. "They said she's selling more than just clothes, Bimpe. They said she takes them from the dead." Bimpe's heart skipped a beat. She tried to laugh it off, but her laugh came out more like a nervous cough. "What are you talking about, Sonia? That's just nonsense. It's just a shop." Sonia shook her head, eyes wide with unease. "I don't know, Bimpe. Something about her shop. It's like it's cursed. Have you noticed how the clothes never fade, no matter how much they are worn? Have you noticed that they all fit perfectly, even if they shouldn't? It's not normal." Just then, Aunty Aduke emerged from the back, her face as calm and composed as ever, but there was something behind her eyes, something that made Sonia's blood run cold. "Is there a problem, ladies?" Aunty Aduke asked, her voice sweet and polite. But her eyes lingered on them for a moment too long, and Sonia could have sworn she saw a flicker of something dangerous there. "No, no problem at all," Sonia said quickly, forcing a smile. She turned away, but her eyes were drawn to a shirt hanging on the far end of the rack, a deep purple blouse that seemed to shimmer, almost as if it were alive. She couldn't stop herself from walking over and running her fingers over it. Although she had promised not to buy any clothes, the shirt kept drawing her. She couldn't ignore it. "This one," she said. "It's so beautiful. It's almost like it's new." Aunty Aduke's voice came from behind her. "It looks good on you, doesn't it? That one is special. You can have it for half the price." Sonia turned quickly, startled by how close Aunty Aduke was standing. "It's fine," Sonia said, taking a step back. "I will think about it." Aunty Aduke smiled. "Take your time. It will be here when you are ready." Sonia went back to Bimpe on the other side, where she was busy picking clothes for her children. "Madam, it's enough. Let's go," Sonia said. "Enough? But you haven't picked anything for your children," Bimpe replied. "Not today. I don't have the money now." "Oh, let me lend you some money then," Bimpe said, feeling concerned. "No, don't worry. I will buy them later," Sonia replied, trying to walk away. "Okay, come and pick for them. I will pay for it." Sonia turned sharply as she shouted, "Ha! Bimpe, I said no, let's go." Bimpe was shocked at Sonia's sudden response, but she shrugged her off. She paid for all that she bought, and they left. As they left the shop, Sonia's thoughts were a wild wind. The rumors surrounding Aunty Aduke's shop echoed in her mind. "Don't you think we should know the truth about this?" Sonia breaks the silence as they walked in the market. "About what, Sonia? I'm not doing this with you. If you are worried about her clothes, stop patronizing her. Must you dig deep? Bimpe said. Bimpe, it's for her good, Sonia said. Bimpe only shrugged in reply, and they did not say more till they reparted. The next day, Sonia returned alone. She had to know. She walked into the shop, the familiar scent of old fabric filling her nose. Aunty Aduke wasn't there, and for a moment, Sonia considered turning around, but something pulled her deeper into the shop. She knew that the only way to understand what was going on was to find out for herself. She made her way to the back of the shop, where the clothes were piled high on tables. Something was different now. There was a heaviness in the air. As she reached out to touch shirts, she froze. It wasn't just the fabric that felt strange. She could feel a pulse, almost like the clothes were breathing. Suddenly, she heard footsteps behind her. She spun around to see Aunty Aduke standing in the doorway, her face unreadable. I know you would come back. I know you would come back. She said softly. I knew you couldn't stay away for long. Sonia's breath caught in her throat. Where is the shirt I wanted to buy yesterday? She said as she stammered. Aunty Aduke smiled, but this time it wasn't a friendly smile. You've asked the right question, Sonia. The shirt has been waiting for you. Now, I will tell you. These clothes are not just clothes. They hold memories. They carry the stories of the people who once wore them. And when you wear them, you become part of these stories. Sonia's heart pounded in her chest. What do you mean? Aunty Aduke's smile widened as she replied. These clothes, Sonia, they don't just belong to the living. They come from the dead. Sonia took a step back, her mind reeling. What are you talking about, Aunty Aduke? What dead people? Aunty Aduke's gaze was steady, almost hypnotic, as if she were watching Sonia struggle to grasp the truth. She stepped forward slowly, each movement deliberate, almost calculated. You've seen the way the clothes never faded. You've noticed how they fit perfectly, no matter who wears them. You've felt it, haven't you? The energy that clings to them. Sonia was frozen in place, unable to speak. She had always known there was something off, but hearing it out loud was like a punch to her stomach. Aunty Aduke's voice dropped to a whisper, almost a chant. These clothes, they are more than fabric. They are vessels, vessels of the souls of the departed, souls that haven't found rest. When people die in violent or unfinished ways, their spirits are trapped in the clothes they wore. And I make sure they never leave. And when you wear them, Sonia, you inherit their pain, their memories, their very essence. Sonia's knees buckled and she reached out to steady herself against a shelf of clothes. How? How do you get the clothes from the dead? Aunty Aduke laughed. That is the simplest part. I work with morticians who connect me to the family of the deceased who are willing to sell the deceased clothes. I have connections in every state, so to get enough clothes is not difficult. Aunty Aduke paused for a moment and then she continued. Sonia, I am telling you deep secrets, and I am telling you this because you're already a part of them. You are not escaping this. No, that's impossible, Sonia said, trying to move out. Aunty Aduke's eyes glinted with an unsettling calm. You think this is impossible because you don't understand it, but you will soon enough. You're already a part of it. Haven't you felt the pull when you picked up these clothes? Felt that connection to someone you've never met? It's not just clothing, Sonia. It's a doorway. You're already in my web. You've touched the clothes. Sonia, you've won them. You've invited the spirit into your life. There is no going back. Sonia closed her eyes, trying to block out the growing sense of unease. But it was no use. A cold sweat had formed on her brow, and she could almost hear whispers, soft, distant voices calling to her from the clothes. The air felt thick, as if the walls themselves were closing in. Aunty Aduke's lips curled up into a cruel smile. People come to me because they want something they can't find elsewhere. They want new clothes at a cheaper price. They want to look better and feel better. They don't care where it comes from as long as they get what they want. I give them what they crave, and in return, I get power, the virtue, the control. The door to the shop creaked open. The sound jolted Sonia, and suddenly she felt like she had been in another world for a couple of hours. She tried to speak, but the words were not coming. It was Bimpe who entered, her face full of concern. Sonia, she stopped in her track as she saw the look on Sonia's face. What's going on? Sonia, are you okay? Aunty Aduke turned toward Bimpe, a smile tugging at her lips. Oh, Bimpe, you want more clothes? Bimpe took a step back, looking from Aunty Aduke to Sonia, who was standing there, wide-eyed, unable to move. This is crazy. What's going on here? Sonia finally spoke, her voice hoarse. It's true. It's true. Everything I told you, Bimpe, it's true. Aunty Aduke was already walking toward a pile of clothes in the corner. She turned sharply as she heard Sonia speak. True. What is true? She demanded, looking at Sonia intently. Bimpe looked at Aunty Aduke with a mix of fear and disbelief. Sonia, you are scaring me. She swiftly grabbed Sonia's hand and they left the shop. Aunty Aduke smiled. She felt satisfied. You are gone. You can't escape it. It's not every secret you dare to know, she whispered. Sonia's breath was shallow, her mind racing as they stumbled out of Aunty Aduke's shop. The weight of what she had just learned pressed down on her chest like a physical force. She glanced over her shoulder, imagining Aunty Aduke's shadow following her. The voices, the whispers, they were still inside her head. Sonia didn't know how much time had passed, but she found herself standing beside Bimpe outside the market, staring at the bustling crowd, trying to make sense of everything. Sonia, are you okay now? Bimpe said, shaking her out of the experience. I'm fine, but I felt it. Bimpe, I don't think I can ever forget what happened in that shop. Sonia replied, breathing heavily. Me too. I'm trying to be balanced. Bimpe said, her voice trembling. But, Bimpe, we have to stop her. Sonia said, how? She's stronger than anyone in that market could ever imagine. Sonia, let's go for now. Let's go. Bimpe replied. Just as they were about to take a step forward, Sonia felt a hand on her shoulder. It was as if the energy in her had been sapped away by the experience she had with Aunty Aduke. She froze and instantly she slumped and died on the spot. It was like a dream. Sonia, Bimpe's voice was soft. What is it? You are scaring me. She got no response, and then she realized Sonia was gone. No! Sonia! Sonia! Bimpe burst out in tears. In a twinkle of an eye, the market people had gathered around them, some asking questions, others looked and walked away. Bimpe shouted in tears, Aunty Aduke, you will not escape this, no! Those who cared to know what happened stood there, asking her questions, and she narrated to them how they managed to escape from Aunty Aduke's trap. Angry market people who had heard of Aunty Aduke's dark secret rushed to her shop to give her the judgment she deserved. When they got there, Aunty Aduke was nowhere to be found. She had gone, leaving behind some piles of her cursed clothes. And there, Bimpe sat inside her house 3 days after Sonia was laid to rest. She said, it's still like a dream to believe that Sonia had gone just like that. Even though you know the secret, you shouldn't dare to go deep into it when you know you are not capable of facing the consequences. Sonia, you just wasted your life, leaving your husband and children behind. How I wish you had listened. Sonia. And that was how Sonia ended her journey. The lesson learned from this story is that sometimes seeking the truth can lead to dangerous consequences, especially if you are not ready for what you might find.
Hello, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the story, kindly give it a big thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. And remember to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our amazing stories. Also, if you enjoy it, share it. Do not enjoy it alone and leave a comment. Until next time, bye.